Opposed? None motion carries. Number 15 is payment of claims. Claim to be paid by Brazos County. Claim number 8119611 through claim number 8119695 and claim number 9006501 through claim number 9006537.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 16 is an acknowledgement of FY 22-23 budget to actuals by fund as of December 17th, 2022, and an acknowledgement of FY 2022-2023 contingency budget to actuals by fund as of December 17th, 2022. Number 17 is acknowledgement of the monthly reports submitted in December of 2022. And number 18 is juvenile director's report, and Linda wasn't here, so there's 32 juveniles in detention, 28 males, 4 females, 26 juveniles on electronic monitor.
The numbers have gone down.
Yeah, that's good.
They have. Number 19 is sheriff's report on inmate population.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. 633 this morning, 548 men, 85 women, and we have 64 on electronic monitoring.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Population's kind of stayed the same.
Number 20 is announcement of interest items and possible future agenda topics.
The Judge, I'd like to, when we do our workshop on the mental health court, I'd like to also include a workshop at the same time or with the Veterans Court, because I think there's going to be a lot of similarities and we'll have the same people there. So I'd like to expand the mental health court workshop to include the Veterans Court.
If I'm correct, we voted not to do that, but I would suggest we do a workshop on the Veterans Court, as I've tried to bring up many times now. It's
Okay.
definitely needed.
Yeah.
Not sure when.
Well, Judge, that's one of the things I wanted to ask about is what's the status on the Veterans Court workshop? What are we looking at time-wise on when that'll be together? Because I know you've got to gather input and all that. But what's the status on it?
There's no discussion that goes on. This wouldn't be a.
I can't get an update on when the status is of when our workshop's actually going to be scheduled for the Veterans Court.
Well, there's a lot of
for
folks.
the people who are here.
We shouldn't be.
This isn't a
discussing
discussion item.
That's not a discussion item, and so it wouldn't be appropriate to do that.
Okay. I beg to differ
Commissioner?
on point of parliamentary procedure, but then again,
Commissioner, it's my understanding that Bruce had put the workshop together.
I thought we weren't supposed to be discussing this.
Yeah.
I'm offering you some
Well,
information.
but I thought we weren't supposed to be discussing this.
Do
Yeah.
you not want to know?
It would probably be better if we didn't have the discussion.
It was deemed inappropriate for that discussion to take place, so I'm not going to go
Have
where
it
we've
your
been
way,
told
sir.
not to go.
Have it your way.
Okay, so let's move on to number 21 is call for citizens' input and our concerns.
I did have one other item under
I did too.
announcements.
Okay.
And I wanted to take this opportunity, since it's the last Commissioners Court meeting for Commissioner Ford and last Commissioners Court meeting for Commissioner Cawley, to tell them how much I have enjoyed them being members of the Commissioners Court, and how much I particularly appreciate Commissioner Cawley for being a voice of social justice that has been loud and proud and has brought us to a perspective that we've always needed to put into consideration. I'd also like to thank Commissioner Ford for his proactive perspective, because as a result of him bringing things to the Commissioners Court. We've talked about things that I think are very proactive for the future of Brazos County. And I'd also like to thank him for his position on fiscal conservatism in Brazos County, because he was a champion, and I thank you both for those.
Thank you, Commissioner. I'd also like to take the opportunity to thank the court for the opportunity the last 2 years to work with them and to represent the citizens of Brazos County, but also the citizens of Precinct 2. This has been an educational experience for me, and I've enjoyed every second of it. Thank you so much.
May
Well-
I say, following suit, Judge, it has been an honor to serve Brazos County, a double honor to serve Brazos County Precinct 4. My prayers and thoughts go with you guys, but I am a citizen, and this is not the last time that you will hear my voice. I have been keenly, well, I know from experience there is a voice that's needed to be heard, and if I can offer that, I will. I'm in love with Brazos County, and I ain't going nowhere.
And we're glad of that.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Been a privilege to serve with both Commissioner Ford and Commissioner Cawley, and want to thank them for their service.
And we
Happy
do,
New Year.
And we do have the swearing ceremony here Sunday, January the 1st at 9 a.m. So anybody is welcome to attend.
Yeah.
And with that, if citizen input and our concern,
Judge, we have
Judge
Judge.
Nunn.
Good morning, Commissioners. Judge
Good
Peters,
morning.
I'm here to speak in favor of the Veterans Court. The difference between the veterans and mental illness, there's a difference.
There is.
Uncle Sam will put a gun in your hand, point you toward the enemy, tell you to go kill the enemy. But it doesn't teach you how to deal with it afterwards. It's not mental illness, it's coping. They're using alcohol, drugs as a coping mechanism, self-medicating themselves. I was one of the lucky ones. I had a prayer warrior, my mother, and I sought help early. But
Praise
there
God.
are a lot that do not. To say that we're used as political pawns, send us anywhere in the world, and we come back here and when we're no longer needed, we're just kind of discarded to the side. We need something to redeem these veterans, to bring them back, be a productive part of society.
Amen.
If you don't know what the face of PTSD looks like, look at my face. We have to do something.
Amen.
I wear this bracelet, 22 veterans a day kill themselves. I've had buddies kill themselves. They're not gonna seek help. This is not a get out of jail free card.
No.
This is a process to get them the help that they need.
Yes.
And it's like a carrot and a stick. If you don't follow the program, then you're put right back into the jail population. But offering them the opportunity to get that help to redeem themselves, I think they're damn well worth it.
Yes. And thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
any other citizen input?
Thank you. I'm going to make it over there. Thank you for this opportunity. I feel like I've been to church this morning. I have thoroughly enjoyed Commissioner's Court this morning.
Hopefully there's been some absolution.
Well,
I was going to do what Commissioner Aldridge did, and I was going to talk about, thank you, I'd like to say Pastor Ford. Commissioner Ford and Commissioner Cawley for your service to Brazos County. And when Mr. Aldridge, the Commissioner Aldridge was talking, he said something about Irma being loud. Where did Nunn go? Oh, there he is. There's not a, and I'm finna get real here. There's not a black mother African American descent that don't get loud when there's a point she's trying to make.
Amen.
If you ain't black, you don't know what I'm talking about. But we have a tendency when it's something that we're adamant about to get loud. That's just it. Our children know our voice when we're pleased and when we're not pleased with what it is that they're doing, because our voices change. I just wanted to throw that in for good measurement. So anytime you see
don't
a
forget the
sister getting loud, it's because you need to watch out.
Don't forget the conjunction. It was loud and
Yeah, but I'm going in on that loud thing because they always call us loud.
That's
They
true.
always call
That's
call
true.
the African American females loud. And a lot of times men are intimidated. I don't care if you're black, white, green, orange, or purple, by our loudness. We don't mean to be intimidated. The other thing is that, Judge Hawthorne, thank you so very much for your comments, for your concerns. I wish everybody in Brazos County could have been here this morning. Because when people come to me with issues about whether it's the police department, the sheriff's department, and Sheriff Dickey is sitting there, somebody talked about, I think it was the mother, about how good the sheriff's department is. I've always had a good relationship with Brazos County Sheriff's Department. I've also had a good relationship with most of the judiciary system in Brazos County as the liaison for the NAACP. But I tell you, that sheriff's department has always answered my call whenever I call. It may not be good. It may not be good, but they've always answered my call. They've always given me the opportunity to do what it was that I needed to do in order to bring about a resolution to the problem that I was investigating.
Yes.
And to have that judge stand up here, and I try to tell people all the time, there are laws, and we have to govern ourselves by the law. You can't just go out and do something just because you want it done. It has to have a law that's determining what it is that you want to do. And we look at our lawyers and we look at our judges and say they don't care. But you have to understand, I have to take myself out of a situation when I'm dealing with a situation, because I have to be neutral with what it is that I'm trying to do in order to get to the end that I'm trying to get to. I love people, but there are some of them that get on my last nerve. But I have to do what it is that I need to do in order to get to the resolution. Judge Hawthorne, thank you for your compassion. I felt it in your talking. Dr. Quinn, Judge Quinn, I didn't mean to call you Judge.
Attorney.
Anyway, thank you, Attorney Quinn. I had never seen you until I came to Commissioner's Court, but I'd heard about you. Our people need to understand that we're all human and that we do care about our people, not just in Brazos County, but people, period.
Yes.
And we do our due diligence to try to do what it is that we can to bring about the resolution that we're trying to do. And in doing that, sometimes, Commissioner Berry, they get upset with you, but still stand your ground.
Amen.
They get upset with you. They call you. I don't know how many times. I've never, ever called Bryan PD when I've had people outside of my house talking about what all they were going to do to me, because it doesn't matter. I'm going to stand my ground. And when I'm fighting for you, I'm fighting by.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank
I gotta-
you.
Amen.
I have to
and
compliment you on your timing there.
amen. And amen.
Lonnie Masterson. I'm actually now the peer support director for NAMI. So on the mental health court, we would like to offer whatever services we can. We're working on getting some healthcare providers, some mental health care providers there, starting the beginning of the year, that are going to be volunteering their time, so we can help hopefully take some of the burden away from MHMR. Also, we have some experience with mental health grant writing. I'd like to extend that also. So please make sure we are a part of the workshop for the mental health court. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other citizen input and or concerns?
Do I have a
No.
John Book, Precinct 2. I just want to extend a few moments of gratitude for this wonderful lady's testimony of this community right here in this space this morning with this Commissioner's Court space is how we move Brazos County forward
Amen.
on every one of these aspects, whether it be voter engagement, a needed thing. I looked up on the website to figure out what time today was, and I drove down. Because what was spoken here today matters. More than Election Day of last year, more than Election Day this year, day in, day out, the work of this court,
So true.
the work for Veterans Court, for the mental health side. We can be here all day, and I won't take much more of time, but just to say, during this holiday season, people are hurting. And we don't know in what way they're hurting. But as a community, having this space and having this public forum, having this extended public forum from yesterday is so critically important.
Great.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays.
Merry
Thank
Christmas.
you.
and
Thank you for coming in. Any other citizen input? Hearing none, we'll adjourn.
And have a
Thank you.
happy New Year.
New Year.
Oh,